You ready for bedtime story?
Yeah. October Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
And who else?
And Rabbit?
And the rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rabbit happy.
The rabbit is going to be happy at the end of the story.
Mm-hmm.
But in the beginning of the story, the rabbit is still happy.
Yeah.
So it's a happy beginning and a happy ending. So let's see. Spider-Man and the rabbit. Let's see, how's the story going to go? Okay. Once upon a time, there was a little rabbit. And then there also... Yes. And then there also was Spider-Man. And the little rabbit used to like to play jokes on a lot of people. And a lot of people he liked to play jokes on was Spider-Man. Because he used to watch the news every night and see Spider-Man on TV. And you know what the little rabbit said to his mommy? He said, Mommy, 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 I want to go see Spider-Man. And then guess what Mommy said? Mommy said, well, little rabbit, you can't see Spider-Man unless you...
That's the little rabbit.
Yeah, she said, baby, you can't see Spider-Man unless you really need him. Spider-Man only responds when someone needs them and they need help. And you hardly ever need help. And so the little rabbit went to bed that night and he started thinking, man, if I want to see Spider-Man, all I have to do is need help. And that's what he did. So he got up the next morning, went to school, did his colors with his crayons, and he did the letters, and he did the numbers, and he gave all his work to the teacher. Then he went home, and all day while he was at school, he was thinking about Spider-Man. What can I do to see Spider-Man? So then he thought, he said, I'm going to ask for help. So as the little rabbit was hopping home from school, hop, 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 hopping home all the way to school, he stopped and he said, he fell on the ground. He said, help, help, my leg, help me, help me. And then Spider-Man, doing what he always do, was standing on top of a tall building way up there. And he could hear with his spidey senses. And he said, what's that? Because that Spider-Man does that every single night. Around the same time, he stands at the tall building. He listens for someone to see if they're in trouble. So he was listening and he heard a sound. And he heard it from far away. And it sounded like, help, help, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, help, help, help. And then Spider-Man said, oh gosh, someone's in need for help. So Spider-Man, with his big strong arms and his big strong legs, swung all the way down to the building and to another building, to another building, then another building, and another building. And then there he looked down, he see the little rabbit, and he dropped all the way down. Hi, little rabbit. My name is Spider-Man. I see that you need help. Well, what's wrong? And the rabbit said, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, I can't believe it's really you. It's you, Spider-Man. My leg hurts, Spider-Man. Can you take me home? I can't walk. Spider-Man said, sure, I'll take you home. But first, let's take a look at that leg. So he bent over and he said, does that hurt? And the rabbit said, no. And then he touched his little feet. He said, does that hurt? And the rabbit said, no. He said, well, I don't see nothing on this leg. Let me check the other leg. And he checked the leg. He said, does this hurt? And the rabbit said, no. And he checked his feet. He said, does this hurt? And the rabbit said, no. And then Spider-Man said, well, are you really hurt? Are you just joking? And the bunny rabbit, he confessed. He said, Spider-Man, I'm not really hurt. I just wanted to see you really, really, really bad. And I wanted to know if you could take me on a swing on your spider web that you throw at buildings and we could swing together. And Spider-Man, well, Mr. Rabbit, you're so cute and so small. But Spider-Man doesn't take people for joy rides. He only helps people that really need help. So please, Mr. Rabbit, I'm going to take you home this time, but please don't scream for help unless you really need it. And then the bunny rabbit said, okay. So Spider-Man picked the bunny rabbit up and swung to the building. Swung to another building. Swung to another building. And then he got all the way to the bunny rabbit's house and hopped in the window. And they said, excuse me, who's home? And then the bunny rabbit's mommy said, well, I'm home. Who are you? Oh my gosh, it's you, Spider-Man. I can't believe you're here. I can't believe I see you, Spider-Man. This is such an honor. And Spider-Man said, oh, no worries, ma'am. I'm just bringing your son home, your little bunny rabbit son. Apparently, he played a trick on me, and I thought he was hurt, but he really wasn't. This happens all the time, ma'am. So, Spider-Man gave the bunny rabbit back to his mommy. And the mommy said, well, why did you do that, little bunny rabbit? Don't do tricks like that on Spider-Man. And then the bunny rabbit said, I'm sorry, mommy. I just really, really wanted to see Spider-Man. I'm not going to do it again. And Spider-Man said, well, bye, guys. I got to go fight some real crime and help some real people that's in real need of help. So Spider-Man jumped out the window and was gone in a flash. And then the bunny rabbit went to sleep and said, don't trick. And mommy said to the bunny rabbit, don't trick Spider-Man again, okay? So the bunny rabbit went to sleep, and he thought about Spider-Man so much that night. And he said, I just can't resist. I got to see Spider-Man one more time. So the bunny rabbit got up in the morning, ate his oatmeal, ate his apple, drank his milk, drunk his water, and then he went to school. And he thought about Spider-Man all day at school. All day at school he thought about Spider-Man. And then he said, I want to see Spider-Man again. I just have to see him again. So he left out of school and he's hopped home. Hop, 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 hop. Hopped all the way to where Spider-Man found him the last time. And then he fell on the ground again. Ow! And he said, help! 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 And then Spider-Man was way at the top of the building and he heard a sound. And it sounded like this from far away. Help! Help! And Spider-Man said, oh wow, he looked and he said, what's that down there? Someone's hurt. So Spider-Man swung all the way from the building. And got all the way down and he picked the little bunny rabbit up and he said, what's wrong, little bunny rabbit? Are you hurt? Are you hurt? And the bunny rabbit, he looked at the bunny rabbit's leg and he said, does this hurt? And the bunny rabbit said, no. And the Spider-Man said, did this hurt? And the bunny rabbit said, no. And the Spider-Man said, hey, I remember you. I remember you. You tricked me. You were the last bunny rabbit that tricked me. And the bunny rabbit said, I'm sorry, Spider-Man. You're just so much fun to be around. And I just really, really wanted to see you again. Can you take me home? It sure is a far away. And Spider-Man, being the nice Spider-Man that he is, he picked the bunny rabbit up, put him in his arms, and swung him all the way home. And then took the bunny rabbit in the house, gave the bunny rabbit to his mommy, and he said, ma'am, the bunny rabbit tricked me again, but I brought him home in a jiffy. And the mother said, thank you, Spider-Man. I'll have a long talk with him, and I'll tell him, don't do that again. So mommy tucked the bunny rabbit in the bed. Spider-Man leapt out the window, and he said, and mommy said to the little bunny rabbit, she said, bunny rabbit, You can't trick Spider-Man. Now, you told me you wasn't going to do it, and you did it anyways. You can't tell Mommy fibs. That's not nice. Do you love Mommy? And the bunny rabbit said, yes, I love you, Mommy. And Mommy said to the bunny rabbit, do you care for Mommy? And the little bunny rabbit said, yes, I care for you, Mommy. And the mommy said, well, if you love me and you care for me, you can't tell me fibs. And the bunny rabbit started to feel sad. He started to cry. He said, Mommy, I'm sorry. I won't do it no more. I won't do it no more. And then Mommy said, it's okay. I love you. You'll feel better, okay? Just don't do that to Mommy because you make Mommy sad. And the bunny rabbit said, okay, Mommy, I won't do it no more, I promise. So as the bunny rabbit slept, he thought about Spider-Man and how much fun he had with Spider-Man. And then he thought about his mommy and how sad he made his mommy feel because he told her a fib. So he said, I'm not going to do that to Mommy anymore. No more, I'm not going to do that to Mommy because I love my Mommy. And I'm not going to do that to Spider-Man no more either because I know Spider-Man has to save people. And he can't be wasting his time saving me and I'm joking around all the time and it's not fair. So I'm not going to do it no more. So he got up the next morning, he ate his oatmeal, he ate his apple, and he drank his milk. Yeah. And then he drank his water, and then he hopped to school. Hop, 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 hop. Hopped to school, and in class at school, he did his letters, A all the way to Z, and he counted his numbers with his teacher, 1 all the way to 10, and he did a good job, and the teacher was so happy for him. And then he said, he thought about Spider-Man and how bad he felt for Spider-Man. He thought about Mommy and how bad he thought for Mommy. So he hopped really, really slow. This time he was hopping really slow. And then, guess what happened? As he was hopping slow and thinking, he was looking up in the sky and he wasn't looking at the ground as he was hopping. So he tripped. And he bumped his head. And this time it was for real. This time he really hurt himself. And he was dizzy. He didn't know where he was at. And his leg was hurting. And he said, ow! Ow! No, this can't be happening. No! And then he said, no, I need some help. And he wasn't even thinking about Spider-Man. He called out for his mommy this time. He said, Mommy, help me, I'm hurt, real bad. And then Spider-Man standing at the top of the building, he said, whoa, what's that sound? And he said, I know what that sound is. That's that little bunny rabbit tricking me again. No, I'm not going to come this time. And then the bunny rabbit said, no, I heard. He said, I heard, Mommy. And then Mommy heard something because her mommy senses kicked in. And when the mommy senses kicked in, they can hear the baby calling from miles and miles away. So whenever you get hurt, always call Mommy really loud. And Mommy's going to hear you no matter what. And so Mommy's was in the kitchen making carrot soup. And she heard it from afar. And she heard, Mommy. And she said, oh, that's my baby. She said, that's my baby. I can't believe it. That's my baby. I gotta go. She turned off the TV. She turned off the stove. She turned off all the lights. She left out of the house and she hopped really fast to the baby really high. Hop, 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 hop. And she said, I'm coming, baby. Hop, hop, hop. And then she got there and she saw the little bunny rabbit laying on the ground and she said, what happened, baby? What happened? He said, Mommy, I hurt myself. I'm dizzy. My leg hurt. It's bleeding. She said, I got a boo-boo. You got a boo-boo on my leg. And she said, let me see your boo-boo. And she said, picked up the baby's feet, the little bunny rabbit's feet, and she twinkled the bunny rabbit's toes. He said, does that hurt? And the bunny rabbit said, no. And she touched her foot. She said, does that hurt? And the bunny rabbit said, no. And then she touched the bunny rabbit's knee. And she said, does that hurt? And the bunny rabbit said, ouch! Ouch, Mommy, no! And the mommy said, do you want me to make it feel better? And the bunny rabbit said, yes. So Mommy, with her magic mommy kiss, reached over, kissed the baby's knee, and then it felt all better. And the baby said, thank you, Mommy. And the little bunny rabbit said, thank you, Mommy. And then Mommy said, where's Spider-Man? And then Spider-Man could hear Mommy and the baby talking. Spider-Man at the top of the building, he said, I recognize that voice. That's the little bunny rabbit. Why isn't he home yet? And I hear his mother. Why isn't she at home? She said she was cooking carrot soup for him tonight. Let me go and investigate. So he swung to the building. Whoosh, to the next building. Whoosh, to the next building. Whoosh, to the next building. Whoosh. And then he saw them. He got to them and he landed. He said, what's wrong, Mommy? What's wrong, little bunny rabbit? Are you hurt for real? And the bunny rabbit said, yes. And then Spider-Man said, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't save you. I thought you were pretending. I thought you were faking it. I didn't know that you were really hurt. And then the mother said to Spider-Man, Spider-Man, he feels all better now. Would you like to come to our house and have dinner with us? And Spider-Man said, sure, because I'm mighty hungry. So Spider-Man went to the bunny rabbit's house, went to the mommy bunny rabbit's house, and Spider-Man actually said, well, they sat down at the table, and as Spider-Man was eating the carrot soup, the mommy said, I hope you learned your lesson, little bunny rabbit. And Spider-Man said, oh, I'm sure he did. But I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to save you. I just thought you were pretending. And as they sat at the dinner table, the little bunny rabbit felt sad, and he thought about all those times he played tricks on Spider-Man. And he said, you know what, Spider-Man? I think I learned my lesson. I'm not ever going to tell a fib to Mommy. And I'm not ever going to tell a fib to you either, Spider-Man. As a matter of a fact, I'm not ever going to tell a fib to no one. I'm not going to tell a fib to no one at all. No more. So then, they finished eating their soup, and Spider-Man said, it's okay, little bunny rabbit. I love you. And then the mommy said to the little bunny rabbit, it's okay, little bunny rabbit. Don't cry. Mommy loves you too. Don't be sad. I'm glad you learned your lesson. And then Mommy said, can you tell us what lessons you learned from this whole experience? And the bunny rabbit said, yes, I could tell you the lesson that I learned. I learned that not to tell fibs and never joke unless I'm joking with people that wants to joke. But Spider-Man is a serious man, and he helps people, and I shouldn't play tricks on people that help people. And that was bad. And the only time I should cry for help if I really actually need the help. And I shouldn't do it just because I want attention and I want someone's attention. And that was bad. And for that, Spider-Man, and for that, Mommy, I will never do it again. So the Spider-Man said, well, I gotta go. And Spider-Man hopped out the window really fast and he left. And then Mommy, she picked the bunny rabbit up, gave him a kiss, saw that his eyes was heavy and he was getting sleepy, just like your eyes are. And he said, it's time to go to bed. And I'm glad you learned your lesson. And she rocked the bunny rabbit till his eyes fell asleep, just like your eyes are doing. And he put the bunny rabbit, would you like the bunny rabbit to go to bed with you? Huh? Okay. Here's the bunny rabbit. There you go. And then that was the end. The end. Good night. Mwah.
You better want a kiss.
The bunny rabbit a kiss? Okay. Mwah. Good night, bunny rabbit.
Good night, dear.
Good night. Love you.